So
This
what
is just like Friends.
Actually, oh god.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Well, hello there, beautiful people. Welcome to #Me4TV. I'm Kalisha.
I'm Kai.
I'm Ella.
And I'm Ben. And today we're going to be talking about the very weird things to do in Australia, in LA, and in London.
Like LA specifically, Hollywood. So many crazy museums.
Yeah.
There's a museum entirely based around death.
It's
Like,
so weird. It is so
cool.
weird.
There are letters from like insane serial killers and all of the things they would write about.
That sounds like it'd give me nightmares.
They've also got like casts of people's heads,
Yeah.
like serial killers' heads and like their victims. They have a lot of photos and like
A lot of
video
photos.
memorabilia.
Because it's not just murder.
No.
It's like,
It's like
No.
death in general. There was one, about people, like guys in prison, how they would die. They had an actual electric chair there, and the clothes that they were wearing during that time, it was kind of gross. There was a whole section based on one family.
The Manson
The
family.
Manson.
Oh.
It was so
They
gross.
covered
That'd
the
be
entire
grim.
like
all the
thing.
photos, all
Really?
the
Yeah.
fan mail that they got a lot of fan mail.
yeah.
It was a
Whoa,
lot.
that sounds a bit disturbing.
It was.
It was quite disturbing.
Actually, there's a really weird one in New York. There's the Museum of Sex. So you can
Well
get some
then.
pretty interesting things at the gift shop there.
Really?
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Did you go?
Won't go into detail. I did go, yeah.
I'll go into detail.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh my god.
I did, but not in that way.
That was great. That was good.
It's more funny, it's interesting. Like,
In
yeah.
LA, there was another one. It was the Museum of Broken Relationships.
I was just gonna say that.
It was so funny. They had ones like a woman. Every time he had gum or something, he'd throw away the wrapper. She would pick up the wrapper and put it in like a box, and would have like locks of hair, kind of thing. Oh,
But
It's a bit like
it's also
voodoo.
stuff like
voodoo stuff, yeah.
like a teddy bear or something that's like got an arm half ripped off, and then on like the little kind of display board it
description.
says, "This is what you gave me a week before you left me for her," or something, and it's like there is a lot of hurt in this like display.
Poor relationships.
That's creepy.
So basically, all the crazy people, like in relationships, kind of.
Have their
Shown on
things on
display.
display. What weird things happen in Australia that you guys?
If you're visiting Melbourne, there is a really weird bar that you can go to called the Croft Institute, which is like hidden down this little laneway, and they all wear lab coats, and the shots are served in test tubes.
Sounds
It's
like
a
a
really
little,
weird, like scientific-y like place, but it's
and
a bar.
like the smoke everywhere, like
Yeah, it's
dry
a bit
ice. Oh, that would
eerie,
be
like a
cool.
little bit like Rocky Horror.
Melbourne does a lot of like the dark stuff. There's another one where I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like you literally feel what it's like to be buried alive.
Then you get the sound of the dirt
Oh,
being shot.
horrible. That's not
and then,
fun.
Like, bugs come in, but the
Stop.
kicker is that there's a camera and your friends get to
Or
watch.
do you know what's
Why would
Oh,
people
so
pay-
you're going to do the ride and we get
Alright,
to watch?
I'll do
Is
the
that
ride.
Melbourne.
Why? In London, there's this restaurant called it's in French. Dans nous.
Oh, God.
It just means I think the night dance or something, or maybe I don't know. Anyway, basically, the entire restaurant is pitch black. There are no lights on. Everything is dark. You're led in by like they call them blind waiters, but I don't know if they're actually blind.
They might they don't have got like those night vision.
Maybe.
Because I
But,
feel like
That
with
makes sense.
food.
That's
But-
going to get very messy.
You're supposed to experience the taste of the food and the texture rather than the look. And like you
know
could
what you
poison
want.
food.
Do you know?
and-
Yeah.
They have colour-coded menus, so I think you just go, I'll have the yellow menu. Not that you ever know what's on the yellow
Wow.
menu.
Risky. Okay.
They're probably not even
It's
coloured.
kind of good. It's like, you see what's on the, you only see what's on the inside.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't judge a book by
But
its
it's got-
cover.
yeah.
But what if you're allergic to something?
Yeah.
Suppose
don't
then you
go
have
to
to
this restaurant.
communicate with the waiters, like with your voice, and actually
Oh,
have a discussion with them.
actually communicate. Wow, deep.
With your
Not
voice.
just texting.
Oh, pretty sure there's a TV show about dating in the dark, and that's probably where they go. Just saying. They're literally dating in the dark. You can't
Really?
see who they are.
You have to
literally
like
you touch
do it.
the face.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
That's it.
Would you date Kai
yeah,
from
yeah,
that?
I was gonna say, did you like me?
That was great.
It was good. Okay.
Oh,
She approved.
romance
That's
blossoms.
cute.
Oh,
Oh,
don't touch
You don't.
me. Anyway,
So I think it's time we had a look at our Making It interview of
Yeah.
the week. I'm really excited about this one, as always.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Have a look.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm here with Christine May. She is a wonderful director, has been directing for years. She was also in a $20 million movie called The Comebacks, and she was a dancer in many different TV shows. So thank you so much for coming. And I heard that you were like a finalist for America's Got Talent.
Yes, for
What?
dance.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Made it to the end.
So I know you've directed a lot of Australians, including me. And so I was wondering, like, was there any difference between Australian actors and American actors, like even directing them?
I mean,
Yes.
there's a gigantic difference.
Really?
The work ethic that you get from Australian actors is just on another level compared to American actors. I don't know if it's the fact that we have it so much more readily available. Australian actors are just hungrier to be here and be working. They're always the last person on set. They always study their lines to a T. They're just, in my experience, they're just 10 times harder working than American actors. You know, it's like similar with British actors. They have a theatrical theater base,
Yeah.
so they're used to just tons of lines, tons of hours of rehearsal. I mean, you guys just have a different work ethic. You're not lazy. Like
We know.
American actors can be very blasé
Yeah.
and lazy. Like,
I think maybe they don't really understand the process of how hard it is sometimes.
and I think
Maybe.
the ego gets in the way
Yeah.
because, again, you guys are striving to come over here with your visas, and it's like these actors already have it, so they're like, you know,
Yeah,
no,
it's
I
fine,
don't
we
want to
can
listen
just-
to you, kind of thing. I don't want to work as hard.
Yeah.
You guys are above and beyond the hardest workers. I've
Stop. Did you
Had
hear that,
this-
Ben? Did you hear that? Yeah. We work hard. I'm just saying. What should actors who are planning to come here love about LA?
it's just a really fun place with tons of opportunity due to the fact that there are so many filmmakers that are just dying to make their projects. Now everybody that's a filmmaker has access to a camera. I mean, cameras on your phones are
Yeah.
next level. So it's like there's so many opportunities to get footage, to understand what it feels like to be on camera. It wasn't like that before, and now we're just so technologically advanced.
So I know your social media shows that you have so much fun on set, and I was just thinking, what's the most fun you've had on set? Like, what's one of the best experiences?
Is a gigantic commercial that we did for Lincoln Cars and a hotel chain called Dream Hotels. And on that set, there was never a dull moment because we were always doing insane things like lifting SUVs onto the roof of the hotel, you know, trying to get 50 extras to simultaneously be moving around the pool while the actors jumped into the pool.
Wow.
And then one other was a music video where we worked with an underwater camera. So that was a challenge to have the actors give us our desired reactions, emotions while underwater. It got kind of dark and the girl was getting pushed into a bathtub.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool process to try to direct somebody with the underwater camera. I mean, that's hard on an actor
really?
to have, you know, be sucking in water and trying to do soft expressions, or, you know, and get the shot. It was a really cool challenge.
And what's your favorite weird place in LA?
There's a place in the middle of a park, almost like a forest, and it's an old bomb shelter. And the bomb shelter itself is completely covered in graffiti. And it's graffiti art. It's beautiful. So it's like a really cool mix of nature, industrial, gritty, urban.
Sounds
You know,
amazing.
it's, yeah. If you ever get the opportunity to film there, I mean, it's
That would be-
epic.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank you.
being here and for telling your story and a bit about yourself. And I just wanted to say, back to you in the studio.
Wow, that was really interesting. Definitely
Yeah.
had some
Amazing.
interesting stories
Okay.
out
I'm not-
there.
yeah.
But unfortunately, I think that's all we've got time for today on #Me4TV. Thank you so much for joining us again, and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Ella.
I'm Ben.
I'm Kalisha.
And I'm Kai.
Thank you so much again, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Back to waving.